Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us here on KXAN Live. I'm Will DuPree coming to you from the KXAN Live studio with some pretty good news. Rain is now approaching and will be arriving in Austin a little bit later today, but it's starting out in the hill country, so we wanted to get a forecast update and discuss when all this could be seen outside your window there at your home or your office. So joining us right now is meteorologist Sean Kelly. Sean, thank you for sharing the good news. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're all excited here in the First Warning Weather Center. We're happy to see this occur because it's been 51 days without any rain here in Austin, without measurable rain. We saw a trace of rain out there 2 times so far, but again, this is looking substantial, and we even got the new update on the drought status showing worsening conditions, so we need this. We need it badly, and it's exciting to see that develop later on today. So we're really going to be keeping an eye on this, Will, and you can kind of already see some of that rain, the clouds moving on in. A live look on our 360 camera out in Westlake. Check out this. This is, I mean, again, terrific news. Rain developing out in the hill country. You can see it expanding. You see the clouds moving in. Also want to give everyone kind of a reminder here, if you're heading out on the roads, 1, you want to get your errands done now before the rain arrives. And 2, if you are going to be traveling, if you are going to be driving with their lack of rain, that is, for 50 days, all that oil from the cars on the asphalt, that stacks up, right? And that becomes slippery when you see the rain, especially 10 to 15 minutes at the onset of it. So that's something that we're dealing with here. Let's zoom in on these lucky areas. I was just actually with meteorologist Nick Bannon, and we were focusing in on southeastern San Saba County, seeing some beneficial rain. But you can always get too much of a good thing. We're keeping an eye on this one cell here, just south and east of the county, or southeast eastern county, that is, into Cherokee. That area has seen over 2 inches of rain in an hour, so could see some localized flooding in some of these areas. That's going to be something that we're going to be watching out for. Again, the soil can withstand a good amount of rain, but of course you can have too much of a good thing in a very, very short amount of time. So we're hoping we don't see too many areas with localized flooding, but that's something that we'll have to watch out for. Also a 1 out of 5 risk here for some strong to severe storms, some of which could produce some damaging winds, at least briefly. That'll be some of the main concerns that we'll be watching out for, but the majority of this is just going to be beneficial rain. We need it. Again, the hill country seeing the brunt of the rain showers right now, and the thunderstorms. There's some lightning out there, so do go ahead and make sure you stay indoors into northeastern Mason County. Again, Cherokee seeing that heavy rain right now. San Saba, you're kind of drying out into Richland Springs. You may also miss out on this first round of rain, but hang in there. We get another round tomorrow. Adamsville, you're dry right now, and you may very well remain that way through the remainder of the day today, missing out on this first batch. But look at Lampasas. Look at all that. Some heavy soaking rain across 183 down through 190. Again, be careful out there on the roads. You may kind of want to wait this out for a bit here. This is eventually going to be moving southward. Right now, kind of that batch kind of stalled out a little bit. Briggs, you're seeing some heavy soaking rain, some lightning out there as well. That's across 183 into the Florence area, and then back up and even into, again, Williamson County, Georgetown, seeing some rain in your area as well, into Granger. This will all be pushing down towards the south and eventually arriving here in Austin between about 2:30 and I'd say 4:30, again from Austin and down towards the south. You can see even Lee County getting in on the action with a little bit of light rain and even a weak thunderstorm into Lexington. So again, so far so good. This is all beneficial rain. We're going to have to watch out for some localized flooding out there. That is a risk, but mainly just beneficial, crucial rain that we need, Will. But Will, check out these temperatures. They dropped from the 90s to the 70s. Already Lampasas is sitting at 74 degrees. So this is going to be some of the things that we're going to be dealing with later on this afternoon when this batch moves in.
Can you just share again what the timing is of that rain getting down here to the Austin area? Because a lot of people on our Facebook feed right now are asking about that.
Absolutely. So probably about 2 hours, I'd say, here in Austin and areas in Travis County. Going to be kind of very, very slow moving. So let's call it right around 3:30 to 5 p.m. here in Austin, and then down towards the south, I'd say after 5 o'clock into Hayes County, Blanco County, and Gillespie County. The areas that miss out, don't worry. After some lingering showers and some light rain later on tonight, we get another round of rain moving on in later on tomorrow as that front kind of stalls over the area. So we'll get another chance of rain by tomorrow evening. And then we have multiple chances of rain here. If we actually look at some of these model runs, the guidance into the weekend, the weekend's primarily going to be dry. Sunday, maybe a few scattered showers, but holding off into Monday night into Tuesday, we get another round of potential widespread heavy beneficial rain. So we kind of transition into more of a wet weather pattern here through the remainder of the 7-day forecast. The highest chance of rain so far will be today over the next 7 days, but each and every day has a chance of rain. And again, that is something we have not seen in weeks. How much rain could we look at? Well, through the next 7 days, some areas could see over 5 inches, mainly north of Austin, but it's a possibility we could see some higher totals here in the metro. For today's rain, though, primarily about a half an inch to an inch and a half looking most likely here. But we already reached 100 degrees here in Austin, but we will end our streak after today, dipping down into the 90s from all that rain-cooled air moving on in. So a reminder for those, but for the bus drop, we're dealing with temperatures cooling off a little bit. But if you're going to be picking up your kids at school, you're going to be dealing with some scattered showers and some storms moving into the metro. So we got to watch out for that later on today. And then by the later part of the evening here, look at those temperatures dropping down into the 80s with some rain in the area. Again, I think the heavy rain to the north will be pushing into the south by the later part of the afternoon and evening. So again, tonight, down into the middle 70s. Some of us are already there from the rain-cooled air. We'll see the planner for tomorrow. That chance of rain not as high, but we'll have to watch out for some scattered showers and some storms that will certainly be possible. So again, today, the hottest day over the next 7 days, already reached 100 degrees officially here in Austin. And then look at that, chance of rain each and every day with temperatures dipping down into the lower 90s. So before I leave you, I want to show everyone one more time the radar showing some heavy rain already developing and slowly. The key word there is slowly pushing southward here along a cold front Cherokee, seeing some scattered showers, even some thunderstorms out there. Again, be careful out on the roads. It's been over 50 days for many since we last have seen rain, so the roads will be slick from all that oil and residue out there on the highways. 87 into Mason County, seeing some scattered rain. Llano as well. Kingsland, Burnett, you're seeing some rain. Again, not yet here in Austin. You have about an hour to 2 hours before it starts. So if you have any last minute errands, I'd say you definitely want to get out there now and get them done before this heavy rain moves on in, because it could last a few hours. I'd say, again, lasting through the later part of the evening. Could see some scattered rain lasting as late as 8 p.m. tonight.
Sean, I wish you could see our Facebook feed right now, because all the comments are basically either people expressing tears of joy or just excitement to see the rain and the forecast there. However, I'm really wondering, though, with all the lightning that we're seeing and picking up on the radar there in some instances, does that pose a risk for starting fires because of how dry it is in really the whole area?
Absolutely here, especially if the areas up towards the north that may miss out on this initial first round. But generally speaking, with these rounds of thunderstorms moving on in, you're going to see heavy soaking rainfall, which will at least briefly, of course, make everything wet out there, which will lower those fire chances. But here, I'm really liking, Will, the next 7-day forecast. The fire risk will be a lot lower than it has been with the chance of rain each and every day. The drought, on the other hand, it's going to take a few weeks before we kind of completely get out of it. But I am optimistic at what I'm seeing now here, and even the long range, to more of a wet and even cooler weather pattern.
All right, everybody. Meteorologist Sean Kelly has shared some very good news for all of us out there that rain is headed towards our areas. It's really affecting kind of our northwest viewing area into the hill country, and we have full forecast details available at kxan.com. But Sean, tee us up for who's coming in today to track all this moving into the Austin area.
Chief Meteorologist David Yeomans is in the house later on this evening, and of course he will give you the update on all things radar, if there is any potential for localized flooding, how much rain we could see, an update on the tropics, and of course how long this rain will last and how cool those temperatures can get. Again, that'll be later on this evening.
Also, make a pitch for everybody out there if they're seeing rain or storms in their area and they can take some pictures safely or video perhaps. What should they do?
Well, they can send it to our website and on KXAN.com, of course, you could report it. But you could also download our KXAN First Warning weather app and submit those photos and videos through that as well. We love to see them coming. That helps kind of get an idea of what's going on out there on the ground. But again, generally these will be just welcome kind of weak thunderstorms. There could be some of which that get a little bit on the stronger side, but this is beneficial rain, and it is much needed, Will. After over 50 days of not seeing measurable rain here in Austin, we are all very excited to see it.
Incredibly welcome. Meteorologist Sean Kelly, thank you so much for joining us again, and follow him on social media for all the other updates about the forecast, because you've been putting out a lot of details out there, so we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, everybody. Thank you all again for watching. We'll see you back here throughout the day with other updates, and we might jump on a little bit later with another weather update for you all, just as that line of storms moves through our area, so please stay with us. Stay safe and healthy out there, everybody. Take care. Enjoy the rain.